Okay, well, I am once again recording in the middle of a rainstorm, but I have just done some off-camera work, and I opened this episode with a time-lapse, which is atypical, yeah, we're just starting off here, working on this house, and currently I have all the stuff I need. I have all this for the bottom layer. I'm gonna do oak as the secondary layer, so you see here where it's like, here's this bottom layer, that's going to be equivalent to the brick. You see this top layer, that's going to be oak. And then for accents, I actually went and I think I'm going to, I might strip these logs. Yeah, I might very well do that. But that's because it might go better with, yeah, that'll go much better. Let me see how it looks here. I haven't tried it yet. Oh, gosh. I prefer that, honestly. Yeah, I do. But is it too colorful in general? I don't know. Yeah, I think that does look better. I mostly have fully oxidized stuff. So obviously I can re-wax it or redo it later. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with that, but we'll see what I do. Other than that, I went to the trial chamber. That's where I got all this stuff from. I just mined out an entire room. A lot of stuff from that. And yeah, I'm thinking of using these copper bulbs for lamps, maybe, in the street. But I think I'm just going to get to time-lapsing right now. So this build did go through a bit more variation than previous builds. At first I thought I was going to do a bit of like copper accent plus acacia middle floor, but I did decide against that because I thought it was just too vibrant, too much for this area. So I ended up deciding that I was going to go with stone brick for the accents and the roof, and jungle wood because it's a lot more subtle than acacia, but it still keeps that orange tone to match the brick, and possibly copper that I was going to use. So I did decide that I was going to have this build be a little more tilted off the hill, since the hill is already slanted, and I wanted the middle accent to look a lot more natural and thicker than other builds. So I decided to have this build be quite uneven, where one side comes way up high, and there's even 3 floors, but only on one side, and the roof is on the second floor on the right side, while the left has a higher floor with copper, and I thought it looked really great. And I think I'm going to turn this into a shop at some point, and I'll have to do an interior for that. I expanded the alleyway, so now in Cottage Wood we have a lot more alleyways, like right here. So I'm excited to keep working on Cottage Wood builds, and overall, this was a great themed build. Okay, and with that, the build is finished. I really hope you like the time-lapse. I don't get to, know what I'm going to say in the voiceover before I do the voiceover, but I thought that this build is one of my best of the area. It's a little different from the rest of the houses, and I'm probably going to add more houses like this one, or shops. I'm thinking of more making this a shop. Anyways, I'm thinking of adding more shops and different buildings like it to this area, which I've called Cottage Wood. Just because it needs something different other than this exact same roof and block palette. I tried something a little different with this one, because this one's raised. It's a little more neat, and it has a different block palette. It's slightly darker than the rest. But honestly, this one, just so much cooler. It's different. I like how it goes brick, wood, copper, and then on the roof, wood again. But it's a different color of wood. So I just think it all worked out very nicely. And I also like how natural it looks. Like, it looks like it's tipping in on itself. Now, with that done, I decided to work on some of the cliffs over here, because I thought it was quite boring and I wanted some nice scenery walking into Cottage Wood. And I messed up. The replay showing me building this little house here. It's gone, it's broken and corrupted. So unfortunately, I only have building the cliffs. I got this cliff and I got this cliff, and I like how the dirt and the grass overhangs, and I used moss, which I didn't used to use moss for a lot of my builds, but I'm starting to learn that you can use a lot of different blocks to represent grass and stuff, and it works really well. So yeah, I had a lot of fun building this one, this like mossy cliff. I'm thinking of adding an interior in here. Honestly, I'm probably gonna do an interior episode where I just go around, you know, making interiors for all these buildings that I haven't done interiors for yet. I think I'm gonna build one more building though, just before I do that. I think I'm gonna do like a smith, maybe like right here, just another diagonal build going this way. And it'll be a blacksmith, but I'm not 100% certain yet. I'm also thinking I could put it here, overhanging off the cliff, just because. And honestly, that might be the way I go. But yeah, so with that building done and those cliffs done, and I'm going to show you the replay in just a moment. Well, with that done, the cliff's finally done, so that this walkway has a little more personality. I'm eventually going to add some trees here, and I'm going to just finish up this walkway. I think I'm going to add a tree right here. This one's going to be an oak tree. These are going to be spruce trees like the ones that are over here. And it's just going to all blend together well. Now, Legend is going to build his base all the way from down there up to here, and he's going to build it like a Japanese temple right here. And so I'm building trees as sort of a blocker that blocks cottage wood off from the Japanese area, just so, because they can be within proximity of each other, but in the end I kind of want them to be separate, and trees are really going to help, you know, keep your vision focused on, you know, everything in cottage wood rather than in Legend's base. So yeah, thank you for watching this episode of Tenebrae, and I hope to see you very soon.